Alright, here we are, zoo. We're on Westwoods. On the Peace in Ukraine Public Officer Discord server. I'm Lt.terkoiz with the 9th Corps. And here we go, zoo. So we'll see, I turned the, ooh, sorry about that, a little close to the mic. I turned the name tag size down. If you guys agree with that, disagree with that, just let me know. We got Zombie Piggy 420, Jay Collins, Colonel John R. Cooks from the 27th North Carolina. We got Stone for the Union. And for the CSA we got ArthurSalim, Simple Joe, Lunc, and this man from the 7th South Carolina.
Independent fire forward, boys! Independent fire forward!
Yeah, so we're getting right into this game on Union left. Union is on attack. So with the CSA this far forward in front of point, the defenders, the attackers are looking good here, especially because this group is so far isolated from the other two CSA groups. So if the Union ever realizes they have the numbers advantage here, they will charge them out. And it looks like John R. Cooks is bringing his men in a little bit, just to shoot him from a closer distance. Which, to be honest, with the numbers advantage that the Union has right here, is probably a good idea, just to keep bringing yourself closer and closer to the line until finally you can charge him out. Union flag went down behind the Union line. That's not so great. They are close to Union main spawn, so you could get your men back in no matter what. This move here is an aggressive move from CSA left. He's staying quiet in the corn. Simple Joe's gonna try to... Oh, that's a good kill from Captain Billy Kid, killing the CO. So now that he's killed the CO, perhaps you can say what's happening in the chat. Back to Union left. I think they're pulling ahead in this battle here. It is unfortunate that they weren't able to get in there, shoot in, and charge him out. The Union to the CSA, I mean. But they are winning a ticket battle, if not tied in their ticket battle, which is good for the attackers in this situation.
We need to pull back.
Oh man, I think I'm gonna get shot, dude.
Billy Bob thinks he should pull back. The only thing that he this is a bad call from the CSO, from the NCOs, as there is it might be a bad call from the CSA, but it might have been good because they were just getting charged out at the same time. So I think it actually ended up being a good call. We'll see what the CSA left does to this push, if they react fast at all. Union's kind of trickling into a charge here. Wow, they're actually slamming into the side of the CSA. Union takes out the CSA center. CSA left is charging in from the side. At least they pushed back the CSA center. I wouldn't say they broke it. But here's a charge in the back from Simple Joe. He's here leading a nice flanking maneuver on. Perhaps it's not a charge. I'm going to assume it's a charge, but they used about 4 or 5, 6 or 7 shots, so they hit the flags. Keeping the flags in the back becomes a problem like this for this in this situation, but because they'll be the first ones to get hit. Yeah, Union turned out to be a little overextended here. They extended it really far. Union's still slightly ahead on tickets, in my opinion. It's kind of hard to tell with the... But here will be is a good hammer and anvil if these two Union guys charge in. These guys are all killing their own guys. But the other Union unit needs to get in there fast. If the other Union unit can charge in, like they are now, then Simple Joe's company will be dealt with. They lost a lot of tickets in this. If these last 4 or 5 men get down. These men really need to get in there and just charge them out. Perhaps not. Never mind. CSA is down. CSA Simple Joe's CSA company is down. Union will be able to recover their flag. CSA is gathering in spawn at the spawn fence. This is pretty much.
I think we can bring
This
it
is to
back.
Arthur.
We're gonna
Yeah,
win.
that shit was crazy, dude.
That's perfect.
Go ahead, boys.
Amazing.
Get up and over. Get up and over this fence.
You might
Up
not
and over.
realize it, but that's one of the most important things at commanding there, especially in pubs. Saying, acknowledging that you're behind, and then saying that you can still win is so important to be able to just inspire your men. So the fact that he's being positive right now, he did acknowledge that there's the whole team there, right? He acknowledged what was happening, but he still believes there's a way to win, and that is 100%. Even if you really don't believe it, you should be saying stuff like that to your men, because that will only improve your chances to win. Looks like this group's falling back. Stone's group's falling back. John R. Cook's just bringing in boys in, and Jay Collins is spawning from main. They should have his flag back with this group of Union here. So the Union should have all 4 flags. CSA should probably have all their 4 flags now.
Not your girlfriend. Not your girlfriend.
There's Pax. Chasing down this guy. CSA did not get their flag
Yeah,
back,
fuck you, not your girlfriend.
but here comes this man.
Yeah, I
Oh,
agree
it's my
with that,
flag.
but I'm still
It's
have
my
to cheat,
flag.
sir.
No, wait, no.
No, they're not. Don't keep pointing at. I see him
So,
left.
the out-of-line trade there goes in favor of the attackers. So, Pax did good by chasing that man, shooting him down. Even though he did die out-of-line, the trade goes in the attacker's
I
favor.
knew it was them.
If he's wearing gray, even on his shirt, just his shirt. The pants are always deceiving.
You're gray as fuck. I've never heard of that.
I don't know who the fuck's in the Confederacy.
You're gray as fuck without the R.
So, the Graves, yeah, that's pretty funny. But no, the Hamptons Legion, I believe, wears blue pants. And among other Confederate soldiers too. That's not to answer that man's question. I might be wrong though.
Here in the open.
Potentially, I'm very wrong. So, yep, Union shoots CSA down to engaged while they're still battle ready. CSA left is 1 company, while CSA right is 3 companies. So with this aggressive move from this Union company led by Jay Collins, he's going to be drawn into. You know what? He's going to be drawn into a bad position. He's probably going to get completely wiped from this, but it could break the entire CSA line. So the fact that he's even trying it's probably not the worst.
Get out of my woods. This is my woods.
So I don't know if I agree with bringing the Union flag into that charge. I think it should have been a suicide charge. Leave your flag and stuff back here, because all that does is thin the what that does is thin the line on the front, and now it isolates the smaller group of CSA. So the Union has to move in at the same time as that other move that Jay Collins did. This is a little spread out. This is a little spread out by the Union charge.
Over here, boys. Kill him up.
It's a little spread out by the Union. CSA is countercharging that Union line. Honestly, this was the unit that needed to get charged over here. The isolated one on the far, the CSA right, Union left. When you had the majority of the companies turn around to deal with a charge in the back, I feel like the isolated company that was left furthest forward was the way to go. But I do understand the sentiment of running in there and collecting your flags, which it looks like they did do. So the fact that they were able to get in there and collect their flags means that they don't have to wait as long before the next attack. So sacrificing a little bit of tickets and a little bit of was worth getting the flags out because it gained them time, I believe. I mean, I like it. If you did to choose to isolate this group, you probably wouldn't have got your flag back out from Jay Collins' flag back out. So the mass commitment to the charge in the middle, especially since you know that Jay Collins had just done a charge, so you're kind of thinking, hey, that company, the CSA guys back there could be weaker because they were just charged, and if it had been more consolidated attack by the Union, perhaps that would have been a breakthrough there. CSA is doing the same move again. They're going to send their 3 companies on the right with a smaller company on the left. We'll see if the Union can react to it again and do it again. Looks like they have a reserve company back here. No, I lied. This is just the center. This is the CSA right, CSA left over here. And we'll see how the Union reacts to this. If they notice there's a majority of people on the left again, I believe another charge to the right would be successful. But this could be a nice little... Here's a nice flanking maneuver by the CSA guy, Lunc. This is like almost opposite of what happened last engagement, where this Jay Collins charged the CSA. And CSA right has kind of moved in at the same time here. I kind of missed it, but here's a charge called in onto the Union left, CSA right. So this is aggressive by the CSA. I mean the tickets are not in their favor. So every time they charge, they're losing more and more tickets in these melees. This flag is just needs people to run past him. There we go. Good job, Jebediah. Long tree. That's one of the fastest I've ever seen a flag get picked up in pubs. Arthur says don't let the flag escape. This is really close to Union spawn. So I don't believe, I mean fairly close to Union spawn, I don't believe it's like that big of a deal. Union gets full wiped, all 4 flags down. CSA is almost into taking losses at 30 minutes. So perhaps this is going in favor of the attackers, I believe. The CSA did claw back some of the ticket disadvantage that they had. They're now slightly closer to what they would be. Yep, they're gonna hang out on these flags for about 5 minutes. If they do not have the entirety of the CSA team there, it could just become a ticket drain as the Union comes in probably from the far right here. Perhaps it's gonna come into the woods here and then swing south towards them to pick up this flag.
Hey, is that a... Whoa. What?
Is that a Reb? Is that a Union guy? Yes, it was. Oh, the bonk stick worked! What a bonk stick guy. He just got 2 out-of-line kills and died once, so that's good. Sherwood's on his way. Gregor had been bonked. Good job, Sherwood, getting the flag out of there. So there's 1 flag for the CSA, I mean the Union out of there.
Hey, boys.
That man was trying to get the flag. Well, there was a couple of out-of-line tickets that Irish just got before he died. CSA's in taking losses, and it's almost 30 minutes here. Union's lost their flags really close to the Union spawn. So this will almost force the Union to come this way. And just like I said, I believe they were going to take this far right option and push in from the side. This is what we tried to do, 9th Corps and 14th West Virginia. I'm sorry, I don't remember. But anyway, we were playing last night in a small server size event. This was one of the, once we realized left wasn't working so hard, this is what we ended up trying to do. So just predicting that. isn't that bad. All these out of lines are bad for both teams. Like, that was redonkulous. There's no reason to go for these flags when you're going on a wide flank like this. You're going on a suicide charge. So, let me see. I haven't been looking what's happening in the chat. See, zombie charge. So the fact that someone said zombie charge, I mean, that's what this is, a charge with no flag. So when your team is attempting to charge with no flag, there's no reason to Rambo to get the flags. Because you will just, your entire goal is to die. And then, respawn main. CSA is off the Union got off the point, that's just wise. And that pulled the CSA off the flags. So going for these Rambos going for these flags was kind of just unfortunate. Especially if they are trying to run it to their star. They'll end up running straight through a CSA line, just like this man probably did. His star's over there, he tried to run the flag to the star, and that was literally the worst thing he could do because he ran it straight into the CSA line. But, you know, sometimes you're just a one-track mind and Rambos just want to go grab the flag. But you have to realize, you have to read chat. Zombie charge. Dead charge. That means you're charging without flags. You didn't bring any with you. And now they're going to get their 2 flags back here. And they would have had these other 2 had they been left over here instead of ran straight into the forest. I don't know who did it. I don't really care who did it. I understand why they did it. Because they hit T and tried to follow their star. But all it did was waste 4 more minutes of the Union time. So now that Union has their flags over here, they want to be more defensive, but I guess like they'll probably pull away a little bit faster than if they were to otherwise. This is CSA right side, kind of getting I'm gonna say gonna get overwhelmed, but perhaps they'll get enough reinforcements here. There's a Union group of guys just kind of charging out some people. I was gonna say a group of Rambos, but it's just a group of skirmishers. I don't know how you convince that many guys to, especially because the Union doesn't want to take point. Organizing a couple men. He's going to go put out some fires. Or perhaps that's an ambulance noise, I'm not quite sure. Here with the Union having a 2-layered line like this is very important. I really like this move. So what this does is it's kind of like a, I mean, I was gonna say Roman checkerboard, but it's definitely not. But at least they're in reserve here. Being in reserve back here to react to whatever happens on the line. So if they were to get charged from this side, these guys could come in on that side. But what they're doing now is they're gonna use their numbers manage just charge the side.
Stay with the friendlies.
Charge that, charge that, charge that, charge that.
Let's get into them.
And like I predicted, this side's going to be overwhelmed. But perhaps not, because this Union unit in front did not charge the unit that came in behind. But they did get overwhelmed. The CSA is down. CSA is charging into the back of that group. The Union Reserve group, no, not the Union Reserve group. This was the Union front. If they had charged in with their team, they wouldn't have got charged in the back. But they should know that there's 2 flags behind them, so I feel like this entire Union team is going to turn around and pick up their flags. But apparently not.
Point to the pole.
Oh no, that's one CSA flag. Those are both CSA flags, that's my bad. I don't know how I don't know how Union flags got away from that. I thought they were getting charged in the back. Let's get prepped up in the Union.
Shift right.
Now that CSA's on breaking, the Union can try to take the point.
Makes me think scary thoughts.
2 companies here. CSA flag down with the HD man here. I don't know what he's doing. He really should just pick up his flag. I don't know what I'm so confused about. And he did pick up the flag. Someone did. Yeah. I guess I missed what happened. HD guy is dead. It wasn't there anymore, and the flag was picked up. So I'm not quite so sure.
Ooh.
Arthur's picking up that flag, and then they need to get on point. So here's the final. Could be the final hold. This could be the final hold by the Union. CSA is a little strung out in this charge, but they're charging from multiple angles, so perhaps that'll help win the day. I think the CSA will win this, but with this reinforcement charge coming in the side, I think the Union can put CSA into last stand, which I think is the best play. The Union can afford. They can lose as many tickets as they want. They can lose the flags. The Union has time to lose flags, to go into breaking. The CSA does not have time to go last stand. They cannot go last stand. So Union losing flags and going breaking isn't that big of a deal as long as they can get these out-of-line tickets and push CSA into... As long as they get these out-of-line tickets and push CSA into last stand.
Get in there, lads. Get in the last.
The more out-of-line tickets there go, the closer the CSA is to last stand. There's one out of line. Those guys are skirmishing, so that guy only got a skirmishing ticket. Interestingly enough, I feel like if these guys are...
There's a rebel flag directly to our west, literally right down my line. Right down the line, I just heard.
If the CSA charge this Union line, I think the CSA goes last stand. I think the CSA sits here and shoots out, the CSA goes in the last stand. So this is a big pickle the CSA's in, due to Jay Collins and Zombie Pigs holding a big line here, shooting into them. Let's see what the call is from the CSA.
Okay. That dude didn't fucking die. Boys, everybody, so we gotta get in the death plate. Move up, gentlemen, move up. We gotta form a big line. Go in this big line right here.
Union's gonna just shoot it out for the next 5 minutes or so. They might even be able to shoot it out until the CSA is completely out of men. CSA Union charges. It seemed to work to put the CSA in the last stand. So we'll see. Every single man this Union killed gives them a number advantage. So this is almost as good as over.
I was forcefully conscripted in the CSA army. Please do not shoot me.
The first CSA conscript.
I'm just a drummer boy, please. I was conscripted.
And here comes the rest of the CSA. They need to come and get onto the point, so they're desperately charging in. Arthur's bringing his men in. for the final kill. They have to take out these flags. If they don't get the 3 flags down, there's no chance for them to win. But to be fair, as soon as they hit last stand with 20 minutes left, there was almost no chance to win. I mean, there was a chance for the CSA to win had Union brought all 4 flags and all 4 flags go down way deep in the CSA territory, but that was still far-fetched. This game is as good as over. It's the Union has the majority of men on point. The CSA do not have enough men to take the point back. GG to the Union on Westwoods. Kind of an attacker, definitely an attacking biased map. I've seen games where you win on the point here, and you have all 4 of the CSA flags down, and you can kind of shoot into their spawn over and over again and just trap them. So the fact that the CSA was able to put up a better fight and they didn't let themselves get spawn camped is good. And plus, it was a more fun game to play for both teams, I'm sure. To not get spawn camped and to actually play aggressive like the CSA did. I liked that game. It was fun to watch. Looked like it was kind of fun to play. There were lots of charges, lots of shooting. I really liked how fast that game was going, and the flanks and whatnot happened. Yeah, thanks for watching it. Union gets a victory here in Westwoods. Let's watch the casualty screen here. See what we can see. What's up with that texture? That's weird. Yeah, CSA was really far out in front of the point of contention. I don't know if I've seen that, but that I think drained. That first engagement wasn't that bad of a ticket drain from either team. The second engagement, the Union took the ticket advantage. The third engagement, the Union used their ticket advantage and the lack of flags to go on this wide flank. The fact that they didn't have flags made this wide flank really possible, because if they had flags, you wouldn't bring your flags this close to the CSA spawn. So like this wide flank also gained them ticket trade in a positive manner, and Union just played their ticket advantage and played the Westwoods the way they were supposed to play the Westwoods. Without spawn camping the CSA. So, zoo, GG. I like that one. We'll see you in the next one. Have a good night.